it is Commuting with Birdie, and I just want to talk about my memoir this morning because I had an hour-and-a-half conversation with my editor on Friday, and it went fantastically. But the one thing that we talked about was my memoir is about my healing process. So I talk about my whole journey, and within that journey, I splice it up with different life events, if you will, and it's very much, we agreed that it is consistent, it is consistent in its inconsistencies. And they're like, it's not a linear book. You're going to be able to put it down and pick it back up and know exactly where you left off. You can read it in bits and pieces, but it's very not linear, okay? And in fact, one of the things I say in my book is that healing isn't linear. Our journeys aren't linear. The only difference is every time we return to here, we have a better map if we're willing to look at that. So on that note, all the rest of my books from here on out will be very linear. Not so much ADHD. So my memoir showcases my ADHD again, big time, because it is my healing process. And the way I look at my memoir, it is through my lens. It is me finding my part in my life. What do I need to do to change it? What do I need to change in myself? What about this makes sense to me? What about this doesn't make sense to me? So it's very much me considering myself in this situation or on my journey, if you will. So it's the healing process. You have to go back in time. You have to come in the future. You have to go back in time. You have to come into the future. You stop in the middle and you wait for a minute. That's very much basically what my memoir showcases. It showcases my exact healing journey. Okay, so healing journey with my shadows, my darker sides, my integration, if you will, full acceptance of myself and who I am, versus continuing just to try to not be that person because everyone says that that's not becoming on a lady, if you will. I'm not really that, because I do believe in being classy and a lady and all that, right? I'm not outright there crude, right? But still, we're told there are certain parts of us that we need to not, they shouldn't be a part of us. And that's not true. I don't believe. In fact, my healing banks on that is not true. So from here, this place of truth that I've reached, which anybody can reach, I just get quiet, and even if I'm going the speed limit, it's like all of a sudden it's like conform, just look forward, just drive, because you never know. Anyways, like what if he had seen my phone filming? He might have been like, that's not allowed. I don't know. So in my ADHD good girl goes, all right. So back to where I was going. My memoir showcases my healing process. Healing is not linear. As much as we would like it to be, it's not linear. And I hate to equate this to a relapse, right? When you're an alcoholic, how often does the first take on being sober take? You know, some people, I guess, are able to do it, but more than not relapse at least once, right? And so it's not about the relapse. It's about the why. And did you do better this time than last time? Like, just measure everything, and everything is data. Everything in life is data. Okay. So my memoir showcases my healing and me coming to terms with myself and my life and the way things have gone or turned out, or how I expected one thing and got another. And then my books from here will be linear. They'll make more sense because they're not my healing journey. And they'll each stand alone on their own, right? So my memoir is my bridge book, is what I'm going for. It's the keystone to the 7 other books I have planned, that I have outlines for. Now I just need to start attacking those. And it's like the more I write, the more I come up with, the more I'm able to create. So all my books from there will be linear. And whoever, you may not find my memoir first, you might. But if you don't, if you find a keystone book, one of my bridge books, then you may go, why is she the way she is? And you'll go read my memoir and you'll realize why I am the way I am, why I can write the stories that I write, why I can make you feel the experiences that I have, because I've been there. And once you've been there, literally everything changes in your life because you look at things so differently. So I was homeless a handful of times. No, a couple times, right? Whether we were staying at a weekly stay hotel, we were camping. And when you realize, when you're homeless and forced to like get rid of all your stuff, right? Or it goes to, you lose it all because you have nowhere to put it. You realize what's important in life. And materialistic things are not important. People, relationships are important. So while materials are nice, and yes, you need shelter to thrive, and you need all the basics, if you're not taking care of yourself emotionally and realizing that the way you are as a person affects relationships, and are you being the best friend, the best daughter, the best... And when I think about being authentic, when you're truly authentic, then yeah, you're a good anything because you're being authentic. You're not just playing a role for that person. You know, it is just who you are. It becomes you. And then you don't think about it. It's like being nice, right? Like, I need to be nice today. I never think about being nice because I'm always nice. In fact, if anything, I'm the opposite. Oh, today I need to stand up for myself a little more. That's what I have to do. And then it goes towards, as I stand up for myself more and I realize that nobody's going to punch me in the face, then I stand up more for myself, right? And I begin to delineate, is this something I should stand up for myself, or is this something that if I do say anything, it's just going to not be heard? So let me remove myself from this relationship because clearly we're not on the same page. And I never say remove yourself from a relationship completely, just because people are so different, unless, yes, they're worse for your mental health, then it's okay to cut ties. Anyway, so basically my memoir is very my healing process, very ADHD, very me. It goes from, I talk about my childhood, I talk about my upbringing, I talk about my marriage to my mentally ill husband who went through 2 psychoses, being homeless, succeeding in life, being homeless again. Nothing for me has gone the way it should have technically gone, but I haven't let that discourage me from always trying, or always re-circumventing, or thinking of a different way, because what's important is who you are. That's what's important. The rest of it is not important. You're not going to be remembered for being the best CEO of your company, you know? You're going to be remembered for who you are and how you treated people and how others felt around you and your presence. I'm not sure, I guess that's why I segued on that. But anyways, I'm hitting traffic, so I'm going to go. But I want to let y'all know my memoir, when I'm just forewarning y'all, the 150 pages it's intense, it's bold, it's raw, it's visceral. It is 100% my journey, my truth, what I came to know, my philosophies of life, if you will. And then from there, all my other books will stem, and you'll see why I have come up with those philosophies or different bridge books. All right, bye.